Hi, it's Shipfaced, and this is episode 6 of the Shipfaced podcast. So, we're going to get into the news. Carnival Corporation has hit at 50% of its restart, so that means 50% of its ships. And that's not just Carnival, that's P&O and Princess and Cunard, so that is good news for them. Captain Kate to take the helm of Celebrity Beyond, so she is looking like she's going to be moving ship. Royal Caribbean awaits approval of China to restart cruising there. And lastly, Virgin Voyager Scarlet Lady sets out on her US maiden voyage, which is very good news for Virgin Voyagers. So those are all the big headlines this week. There's not many headlines, there's not much news this week. But I thought I was going to theme this podcast to my top 10 favourite places I've ever visited on a cruise ship. Now, you get to visit lots of different places on a cruise ship. That's what I love about it. You get to visit so many different countries within such a small space of time. Obviously, you don't get as much time as you want at the places sometimes, but that can't be helped. And you just get a taste of seeing what different cultures, different food, and it's very nice. So I thought I'll put a list of my top 10. Not really, the top 3 are in a particular order. They're probably my top 3 favourites. Afterwards, it's just a bit like just random. There's no particular order. Also, if you would put your favourite places in the comments below, I'll reply to all of them. It'd be really interesting to see where people have gone and travelled. So I'm going to get into my list. Number 10 is Monaco. This is actually one I kind of forgot. That's why it's number 10. It might be a little bit higher, but I was just a bit like, I put in Ville, France, and then I put Monaco. And I was like, yes, I went to Monaco. Monaco is such an amazing place. Very, very expensive, but amazing. We went to the famous cafe. I can't remember the name of it, but it was very nice, and it was like flashy cars, and we did a track. I'm an F1 fan, so we did a lap. So was my mum. We did a lap round the Monaco track and seeing the hairpin. It looks so different without all the boardings, but then you kind of do see where the track is. So it's really interesting seeing Monaco. And then I put Ville, France above it. We did a little tour. We did a private tour. We went to Nice, and then we went to Monaco. But we went to like this top mountain. There's a picture that I remember taking, and it was just amazing because you have to tender when you're in Ville, France, because the ship's too big. We were on Independence, and yeah, and we went up to like the top of the hill, and we took a picture. And it was like in this like enclosed space, the ship, and it just looked so beautiful and amazing. And yeah, and it was a fun day going to Monaco and seeing the place. Number 8, I put Rotterdam. Now, I went to Rotterdam on Independence. Lastly, I've been on Independence. And it was just amazing seeing like some of the bike shelters that are just full of bikes. And it was just a really cool looking city. We went to like I call them square houses. Like the yellow houses. I don't know how to explain them. They are square, but they're on the side. And it's really interesting. We went in and did a tour one of them. And yeah, just seeing all the bikes, and we did there was like an indoor market, and it was just a really interesting place to go and see. It was, and the ship was like docked right in the city, so like literally you just see like the skyline at night, and it's all lit up. It's a really nice place to go and visit. Number 7, I put Naples. So we originally went to Pompeii. Yeah, that was interesting. I was told I had to go there to say I've been to Pompeii and that I've done that experience, and I did that. It was alright. I'm not much into my history, but I go to places just to say that I've been there. Then I went off. Then we went back to the ship, and then we went to the football stadium, and that's one of the most memorable journeys I will ever take in the back of a taxi. They drive in Napoli. Or I don't know if it's just Italy or just Napoli. It is insanely crazy. Everyone's on their phones. There's people on mopeds on their phones, like just scrolling through Facebook. Our taxi driver was on his phone. Like it was absolutely insane, and like it's just like there's no like markings. It just everyone's like fends themselves, and they're all like a millimeter away, not paying attention. And it was me and my friend were in the back of the taxi, literally looking at each other like, oh my god, we're gonna crash, yeah. And it was just like we were just looking out the windows like, oh my god, this is. I'm just watching everything, and it was just insane. But Naples, looked very nice. We went to the stadium. We were only there for about 5 minutes. We just took a picture, then got back in the taxi and went back to this ship. And yeah, it was really interesting, especially when I see Naples. And yeah, a really good place to go and visit if you're into, especially Pompeii. Number 6, I got Bruges, Belgium. So obviously you port at Zeebrugge, and Bruges, a little city, it has like it's like obviously very famous for their chocolate, and it has like it's like the place that you go, it's like the town centre, but it's very beautiful with like it's got the river. What do I call it a river? River down the middle, not stream. I can't remember the name. I'll just call it a river, and like people put boat trips on there. And yeah, we had a nice lunch there. I've been there a couple of times. It's just a really nice place to go and visit, especially to get some chocolate. Number 5, I put Gibraltar. Now I'm not sure why I like going to Gibraltar. I did the trip up there, rock the first time, saw the caves and the monkeys, but we've been there I don't know how many times afterwards, and we just always just seem to like we always go to shopping, obviously duty free, but it just seems a place that I just enjoy going. It's just when you go on a cruise, you always just think of Gibraltar. We went to the runway, because if you go to Gibraltar, always go and have a look at the runway. It's like we have here like the train where the barriers go down, ding ding ding, and then the train goes past, and they do that for aeroplanes. So yeah, it's really interesting to go and see it at least once. And yeah, I don't know why I like it so much. It just is like a cool place to go and visit with the big rock, and then it's just like, yeah, if you go to Gibraltar, you're on a cruise, and it's just it's got a nice place around it. Number 4, I put Cadiz. Cadiz is high up on my list because I have a retro football top shop there. The guy has an absolutely. I'm jealous of his collection. His collection is absolutely insane. I've got I think I've got 97 football shirts in my collection. But this guy is like 10 times that. And like, I go there and obviously I get tops every single time I go. I got 2. I got the Invincibles away kit. And I got the Highbury. The last season at Highbury with Omri on the back. Both with Omri on the back. And yeah, it was absolutely. His collection is the same. And like, we were in there, we were buying them. If here's like you walk into the shop, and like he has like a roped off area, and like these shirts in the doorway that you can go have a look at. If actually you go buy stuff, you're allowed past the ropes and look at the shirts. And yeah, like this kid like picked up a shirt and he went nope and put it back. It was so funny. But apart from that, even the city is very nice. Like it's just a small. That's what I like about cruising as well. Is like you don't like I would never think of going to Cadiz if I wasn't on a cruise. No, it would never have crossed my mind to go there. So doing cruising gets you to see all these different places you may not have thought about going to. So yeah, it's absolutely a nice little town, and yeah, it's got really nice restaurants. I used to have sardines there, and then the restaurant we went back like 2 years later, and they don't do sardines anymore, so I was disappointed with that. But it was a really nice little city to go and get off the ship, have some lunch, and it's especially the football top. If you want a football shirt collection, find it. It's on one of the streets. I can't remember. I haven't been there in 3 years almost now, and yeah, it's like one of the little. I found his website. It's like on one of the main streets. Cause it's all like very thin streets, like so. Yeah, it's on one of the streets, but you'll find it. Number 3, I've got Malta. I've been to Malta once on Grandiosa, and I thought the place was so amazing. Obviously, you stop in Valletta, and obviously you have that massive like castle wall. And I didn't do any tours. I just got off, got some lunch. It's just a really nice area. I went up to the top and had some lunch looking at the ship, and yeah, I was on my own. This was when I was traveling on the solo cruises. And yeah, it was a really nice place to go and visit. And I really want to go back. Because I was supposed to do a tour, but I kind of overslept. But, yeah. The town is really nice. I didn't actually go to the town centre, but the area around the port It's really nice. I got a souvenir, and I really want to go back and see a bit more. I didn't really explore that much, but I really like the look of it, so I really want to go back, which I am in 2023 on the world class. So I'm looking forward to go back and having a look around. Number 2 is Malaga. I absolutely love Malaga. Just that you dock up and you just see that massive beach, and then we always go to the same place and get sardines. I love my sardines. It's so nice. I take a picture, they look so nice, and then I take another picture, and it's just bones. Is so just a nice city. It's got like the inflatables at the end. We did the inflatables last time we were there, and we just always go to the beach. It's just a really nice day out. Don't need to get any transfers to a beach because sometimes you have to do that at port. It's literally you open your blind, because I was on the panoramic ocean view right at the front, and then you open your windows and you just see that massive, beautiful beach with all the sunbeds, and then we take inflatables. It's just a really fun day out on the ship, day off the ship, and you just, very good beach there. Also, I've never been to town centre, or there's a shopping mall. My sister and my dad did Segway, and they said that was good, and they say the mall is good as well. I've not actually done that myself, but I thought I'd put out there that they say the mall is good as well. And number 1, my favourite place I've ever gone is Flam or Flom. We still know the pronunciation. Flam or Flom, not in Norway. Basically, I put a dash as well. I put it in the whole of Norway, because Norway is just a beautiful country. When you're just sailing through all the fjords, it's so amazing. Also, all the people there, no matter whatever place in Norway that we went, everyone was kind. And for what stand out with Flom, we did the train, which is like in the list of the top 10 historic railways for National Geographic or something like that. I don't know, but it's top 10 of something. It was really interesting. We were looking forward to waffles all day, and we were like, yes, me and my sister, we were quite young then. Well, when did I go on? We were on a Celebrity Eclipse to Norway. I can't remember how old I was, like 14, 15, and I was like, we were both looking forward to waffles, because we did the train trip, get waffles, and the waffles were cold, and it was just like this like cream stuff. It was obviously Norwegian, but we were hoping for waffles and syrup, and we didn't get that. And it was just so amazing. And like, what also gets me is that the ship, the Eclipse, is like a medium-sized ship nowadays. Like, it's still massive, but still, like, this ship like enclosed the whole of Flom. Like the ropes for the ship was all the way down in the town, middle of the town. Like, literally, it's just a tiny place, and like this massive ship of like 3,000 people is there. It's just so amazing. I got a video. It's like, it's filmed on a potato, but it looks absolutely amazing. And I want to go back. I'm going to Norway next year on Iona, but it's not going to Flom, so that's disappointing. But it's not in the world. I'm going back to most of the places. But like I said, everyone's kind in Norway, and they also have something. The high ropes. Is it high ropes? Like the tightrope. That's it. And like people want, like, they have just tight ropes everywhere. Like they're like 2 feet off the ground, like not far. And like every single place we tried to do it. I did it once. I literally just like sprinted across it, and I got a round of applause. So that was fun. I really enjoyed that. But just if you can go to Norway, that is, especially you can go from Southampton. You don't have to fly to any of these places. But Norway, you can go from Southampton, and it's an absolutely amazing. They do 7-night cruises. P&O do it. Royal Caribbean will do it, and they're just an amazing. If you want picturesque, Instagrammable pictures or Facebook pictures, that is the place to go. So those are my top 10 places I've been on a cruise. Put yours in the comments below. I'll be really interested to see where you guys have gone. I will reply to all of them. I'm going to wrap the podcast up here. Thank you so much for listening. It means the world. And please like and subscribe. And I will speak to you guys in the next podcast.